Bill O'Reilly back on the entertainment tonight. There's this clip on the internet where he shut up. The proud the driver fucking up videos. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
That's us. That's us.
Yeah.
That is what we do.
So I hope you guys are doing well. This is what is it, December 4th?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Third? The
Third.
Third.
So December 3rd, 2025. I don't know if you listen to these things in order, but Luther already did a Luther's Corner, the very first Luther's Corner today. So please go check that out if you have not already. We are coming from you from a very cold and a very snowy Aurora, Colorado today. It is about 4 p.m. local time.
Yeah.
I have to say that so I can't get fired if they find out I'm not at my desk. Just kidding. But yeah, we are. Oh hell, what we're going to talk about?
We were talking about our hometowns. Today was one of those days. The Luther's Corner was good, and so I want to talk about our hometowns. Let people get to know about who we are, where we come from, why we're here, and I don't know. I guess that's what it is. What we do. Why do we do what we do? That sort of kumquat.
Sure. All right. What's that noise? Is that your phone? I hear some girl talking. I think it's fun.
No?
Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Old age.
Yeah.
Old age.
So, I have like this so weird love and hate relationship with my hometown, like for a lot of reasons too. But honestly, for a childhood, like innocent childhood is a good place to be. Like lots of lakes and rivers and plenty of kind people that want to have fun, and you get to do those all-American things in the summer where you catch fireflies and I don't know, shoot ball rockets and shit. Like it was a great place.
So basically, shit we see in the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Tell me about McGregor.
McGregor, my hometown, McGregor. It's a small town in Texas. Really, I guess you could say the same. It's a lot of country, a lot of farms. We probably had like one major grocery store, 2, 3, maybe 3 stoplights, but good people,
So let's talk about population. How many people live there?
I think, I want to say 5,000 to 6,000.
No, we had 11.
Okay.
Makes sense. We had like maybe 7 stoplights.
Okay, so we were 3A, so it was small.
That's what we were 3A.
Yeah, so see, you already know.
But the rest of the 4A fucking schools, it sucked.
We would go back and forth. We would go 4A, 2A, then 3A, and 2A, 3A.
Yeah, they're 2A now that I left. Well, that's a whole nother story. I'm so pissed off. So, you were talking about football. Get me talking about football. I will for 5 seconds. Essentially, what happened was in the 70s, my town was booming. There was a DuPont paint factory there, like a big production factory. Probably 40,000 people lived there. And in the late 80s, I would have to say early 90s, they closed that plant down, and half of the town just left. It was crazy. And so my whole experience growing up there, because by the time the 90s rolled around, I'm 7, 8 years old. So my whole experience growing up there is where it's a desolate town. There's empty storefronts. There's no one there, but like there's a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah.
And there was only about 10,000 people left in the town. And because of that, how it gets back to football is that we were in 4A with 40,000 people in the town. We were 4A. And we were playing people like Rockers. We were playing people like the JR. Oh, yeah, the JRs. Anyway, Jeff City, the capital. And Rockers, Bruins, like all these big powerhouse football teams. And by the time I got there, like we're a 2A team at best. And just get crushed. We'd lose like 65-7 or something.
Oh,
and I got that one touchdown too. Like the second quarter they were paying attention.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take that though. Yeah. I would take that.
But it was interesting. So after I left, they hired a guy that I really hated, but he was smart. He went to the state and got it all fixed, and they went down to 3A, and they went into a smaller part of the conference too, and like started actually making it to the state.
So see, yeah. Because you can have so much, and then powerhouse is a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? It's like McGregor going against
my hometown.
yeah, or like Dallas.
You
Dallas,
know,
yeah. You know, like them powerhouse teams.
Yeah.
I don't know, like we had this good old boy town, really. You know, the sheriff. We had the sheriff. You know, the normal cops probably had about 4 or 5 cops, if that. You know, one swimming pool. You know, but it was wholesome town. You know, I mean, we did everything everybody else did. You know, we fooled around like everybody else did, but like our hangout spots were like the back roads.
Pretty, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where I grew up.
So,
I mean,
like
some lake you could just go drive up to and chill for a while. Some beach or whatever.
we said, we didn't have a beach. We had, I guess Crawford was the closest place, and it had this
call
little.
the beach. Missouri's landlocked. There's no sea around there.
Oh damn! Well, yeah, you know,
lakes.
put some dirt out there. We had like drop offs and cliffs, and you know, you go out there and do stuff like that. But I mean, I'm country. I like the slow, you know, and so like here to me is the city is like fast paced. You know, that's I don't know, it's different, but you know, I don't know. I feel like being where where you come from is like really helps make who you are. You know, McGregor made me. You know, I played football, played a little baseball, played. I mean, I done shot disc. Shout out to the shot put. You know,
The shot was.
oh yeah, shot put and discus. Oh,
It would hurt some kids.
you know, I mean, yeah.
We were done. I remember when I was 14. I was in track. We'd take the shot puts and throw them at people.
Oh my God! See, yeah, that's how people come up dead. You know, the brain damage and stuff like. No, we just chunk rocks. We chunk rock. You know, I mean, we did try to throw the discus and hit the people who was measuring.
Yeah, but you can never get to them, can you?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't
They
thinking
measure
that.
out in perspective.
Yeah.
They take the base and start measuring again.
Hey, I'm sorry if I tried to hit you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, man,
Or
that's it. I don't know. I feel that's why I do the things that I do here. I mean, you know, because of my hometown. I met my wife in my hometown. Like, literally, our moms worked at the same plant. Smeeds, shout out. Well, no longer in our town, but still. It was, to me, that's what I knew. You know, I liked it. You knew everybody in the town, you know, or damn near everybody. Everybody knew you, you know. If you got in trouble across at the swimming pool, which is like, as we call Whitetown, it's in Whitetown, it'll get back to the cross tracks. Your mama gonna know. And if you worked, like my mom worked at a plant that nobody had business because everybody knew your business. You know, and so was your town something like that? Like everybody knew everybody?
I don't think so. It wasn't that small. It was weird. It's okay. Well, also, so you had that 11,000 people left from DuPont leaving.
Yep.
About 70% of them were elderly people for some reason.
Oh,
So
damn.
we had like a bunch of nursing homes and shit. Like, so when it came to like just people that were like old enough to have kids that are in high school with each other, yeah, it was a small community. But like, there was a bigger community there that just wasn't part of it. You know?
Okay,
So weird.
okay, yeah.
Felt weird in that way.
I mean, we had Waco, you know, that's like where our cousins and stuff would live. You know, you had to go to the mall, you had to go to Waco, and, you know, HEB is in Waco. You know, so, I mean, it was like a 21-minute drive, wasn't too far, you know. And so, the difference, like, being here is that literally, like, everywhere you go is about 20, 30 minutes. And people are like, that's so far. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, because, you know, to do anything big, you go to Dallas, screen is acting a fool.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Right. Yeah, you know, so there are people, you know, let's see, that's probably on here. What? No, Mr. Griggs. But no, I don't know. McGregor was one of those places where, I mean, I guess you could say, like, you wanted your kid. Like, when I had my kids, I wanted my kid to go to McGregor. You know, I wanted my kids to grow up with the people that I grew up with, kids. You know, and that's what you want. You know, I moved. We moved my son's senior year, which was crazy, but we did. And I'm sorry, Imani, shut up. But without moving at that time, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, sitting at this point, you know, talking to you. And so, yeah, my hometown was great. Like, do I miss it? Hell yeah. Miss it. I mean, and yes, it's that thing every day. People doing the same thing we were doing a long time ago. They done moved around, but it's still home, you know. Now I guess I'm making somewhere else a new home. I guess I'm making Aurora my new home, you know. But no, McGregor's a town that you would really want to, you know, not good, wholesome. They do bad stuff. Everybody does. But, you know, it's good, wholesome town. Like, you know where your child is at all time, or most of the time, unless they go to Waco. So I like that kind of, you know, feeling. And so if people asked about my hometown, I was like, country, horses, cow poop. And, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. That's how it was. Like, my mom, I love her to death. My mom had, I think I had 8 of my friends living at my mama's house at one time. My sister went off to college. And so, yep, I'm telling the truth. We took your room, you know. But no, like, I like that being from that small town, like, you know, where you could have your child, you know, y'all get into it and you kick your child out. Oh, well, guess what? They're going to Cathy house. You know what I'm saying? They're going to stay with Luther. And I don't know, that's why I am who I am, you know, with the kids, around people, you know, because I grew up around, like, people, all type of people, white, black, Hispanic, you know, and it was a love there, even though, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, but it was a love there. Like, and so that's what I try to bring to the kids that I meet, or the people I meet, you know, so they know he was raised, good upbringing. You damn right I had a good upbringing.
Yeah, I feel that, but I'll tell you the hate part of my hometown experience. That is, you know, I never felt comfortable and home, and that was because of the things that I thought and the things I knew about myself. You know, like, my family is super religious. I mean, super religious, and they apparently get more religious the older they get. That's what we think. So my sister's your age, and she was just a punk rocker, you know, Gen X or MTV generation. She had the remember those girls in the late '80s that had the biggest, poofiest hair, all the hairspray and everything.
Oh yeah,
she was one of those girls who was seen that.
Hey man, hey, Cynthia Harris,
yeah,
shout out.
Exactly. There you go. But anyway, but when I came out, like, and I told them I was bringing my boyfriend home, they didn't want to see me. They really didn't want to see him, was the thing. They told me later. But, like, it was like, really? You're like 47, you're like Gen Xer. You still have an issue with gay people? Like, it doesn't hurt me. It makes me sad for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm talking trash my sister on the podcast, so sorry about that. I'm going to say your name there, Care Bear.
I love Care Bear.
But, anyway, it was just disappointing, like, because I feel bad for them. And the reason why they think that way, or still think that way, is because they've always lived in the same fucking place, talked to the same people. They don't have new ideas about anything. They don't think about new things. They don't entertain new ideas. You know, they're just stuck in ways, and just have one.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna say it like this, you know, me growing up, and then you would think in a small town, y'all have more people, and still, I don't know. It wasn't a problem, I guess. You know, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, and if it was,
how many gay people did you know your town that were out? That were like, I'm gay and there's my boyfriend John. Like, how many of those people were growing up?
A lot.
Really?
A lot.
None, bro. None.
My mom had friends, you know, I mean, and
there were secretly the gays, for sure. But I mean, like, in Denver, it's like, oh, hey, there's Jim. But there's John.
Yeah. I mean, in Denver now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you walk by. Hey, there's Chris. And
yeah, exactly.
There's Amy and Sue. You know, I mean, and it's normal. It's normal. But, I mean, I really didn't have a thing, about it back home because I'm like, well, growing up, people said what they said, but, it wasn't like, oh, my God, for shame. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Words mean shit, right? Like, the thing is, I don't know, maybe not in your situation, but, like, back in my hometown, it was still things like God hates fags. That means something. And you don't believe in that fairy tale about God. We'll get on that subject at some point. You're still saying something that I respect and hold to be very valuable to me thinks you're a bad person. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's really horrible.
And I mean, I guess, oh man, how do you put it? I don't, shout out to Felix. I grew up like around Felix, Eric, George. So that wasn't a problem. I mean, like, yes, you still had people who said like that little backyard stuff. But my thing was like, I get, okay, well, everybody else cool, so it's cool. I didn't really get to see how bad it was until I got older and people were like, hey, and I was like, what the hell are we hating for? Like, if you don't like it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm cool. I don't roll that way, but you know what I'm saying? That don't make you're a different person. And that's what I like about my town. Like, if they did do it, they really are said or shun people. I didn't hear it or see it. Hell, I know gay people go to church, and I don't know. I didn't know that there was churches for everything until I moved here. There's a church for everything in Denver. Everything. I'm talking. You got church for gay people. You got church for straight people. You got church for weed smokers. You got church for crack kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a church for everything. Whatever you believe in or you do, it's a church down here for that. So after I seen that, I was like, you know what? Okay. I mean, it's really, I don't know. Us being from smaller towns, yes, people can be small-minded, but I don't know. I guess I was one of the ones that it is what it is. I really didn't judge. I didn't question. So,
I don't know, man. When I think about the difference between the big city and small town, is that like I'd rather be stabbed by somebody that respects my pronouns than just talk shit to or like lie to your face by someone that loves you. They know they think about you.
Yeah. Now I am really on with that. The pull the Band-Aid. You don't like it. Tell me you don't like it. Guess what? It ain't gonna change anything that I do. But I want to know your real. How do you feel? Because that was a big thing with me is I always felt like people sugarcoated shit. Don't sugarcoat it to save my feelings. Be honest. Because shit, hell, if you be honest, what that I think I just put something out the other day. It said I'd rather, you be honest with me. It's easier to take the truth because the truth a fade, but a lie, that shit lasts forever. It takes forever for that to go away. So I'm like, no, if you don't like something I'm with, then don't be with it, And I guess that's how I am now. That's why I am with the kids. They were like, man, you so laid back and cool. I was like, it's not the fact I'm laid back and cool. I know how it is to have to be, or, trying to be something you're not.
That is one thing. Shit, we could call it the Getting Older podcast or something.
Yeah.
But that's one of the one things that I really like about getting older. The older I get, the less I give a fuck about what anyone else thinks of me. The less I worry about what's happening tomorrow or what's happening over there. And I'm not paying. I don't care. Like, I'm just living, and it's so much easier. It's so much happier. Like, when you're a kid, you're just stressed out all the time. Like, what's gonna happen? Mom and dad get divorced. Is someone gonna die? Well, like, am I gonna pass math? Semester? I don't know. But at 42, I'm like, what's your problem? I'm going back to bed.
And see, I mean, but you done been through it. You know what I'm saying? You done been through it, And so when you get to that point, man, that's about my stuff today. When is enough? And you had enough, I don't say I stress about anything by being older because I don't really stress about too much. But I do worry. I still have that problem worry about how people think of me, and but I think it's on a different level now.
Probably is. I think it still stems from the same bullshit though.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
still stems from the religion shit.
And
Some people care because they're taught from they're taught from a very early age that there is something that's more important, more powerful, and more significant than them that is going to judge, that has an ultimate say in what's right and wrong, and there's like this group of humans on the earth that are somehow ordained that are closer to that person than you are. You have to listen to them because they know when you're fucking up too, right? Like they're going to judge you as well, and that judgment gets passed down to everyone else in society, and then look at in Europe and the Middle Ages. That's just something crazy.
That's true.
When I kicked religion off at 13, I think it was about 13. That's when it started happening because I had these realizations, you have these small realizations throughout life, right? You think of something, you'll be like, oh, right, that's right, okay. For me, one of them was, oh shit, this Jesus fella. He's got a lot of things in common with that, Saint Nick guy, that Santa Claus dude. Like, he don't ever show up. We don't ever get to see him, but he's here, right? He's bringing us presents. All right, okay. Sounds weird. Or the Easter Bunny, or whoever it's going to call it.
Okay.
So there's that. Kind of lost my train of thought. But and I was like, once you throw that off, once you realize, like, at the very least, you have to agree with me that, like, whether there's a God or there's not a God, it don't matter because he ain't looking down. He don't give a fuck what we're doing. He ain't playing our lives every day. He's not. He's letting us do whatever we want to do. So you ain't got to worry about it.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. How me coming from Southern Baptist Church, it is really hard for me to say, like, people say, oh, do you believe in God? I was like, it's hard not to. But with that being said, I can't knock anybody who doesn't because the value, like, they have just as much to say as, a person who was in church every day, all day. I'm not the judge, and that's where I see on religion. Like, I don't judge, but I mean, nobody should judge anybody, really, because if you want to step onto the thing, that nobody's higher than him anyway. So, unless you're him, then there's no judgment, because like I said, we're people. We're flawed. People are flawed. Nobody is perfect. So who are you to judge me for how I live my life? If you want to lay down but with a woman, lay down but with a woman. You want to lay down but with a man, lay down with a man. That's your choice. And I feel like that it shouldn't be, I guess, the religion part of that is not really, because people use that. Oh, the Bible says no. I know what the Bible says, but you're only picking and choosing to use what you want to use out of. So I don't blame religion on any level. It's the individual person, bro. It's the individual person, because God made good and bad people. God, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he made everyone, so he understood what he did when he did it.
One of these days, I'm gonna make you a non-believer.
I mean,
and it's gonna be nice because, like, I promise you that when you become a non-believer, so much is lifted off your shoulders, man. Like, so much. You realize, like, one of the things I came to realize is, like, okay, if there's no God, then, like, these guys up here in their robes are making shit up. I think they're making shit up. And then, like, you go to pray and you're supposed to pray to God, you never hear him, he never talks back to you. And you're like, okay, all right. You have those realizations. You also realize that whatever that man up there at the robe says about me, like, calls me a faggot or, a bum or a redneck or, I was in the poor side of town, so whatever you want to call me, that can't hurt my feelings. Like, because you don't matter either, bro. You're just another guy. And you realize they're just another guy. Like, how does some other guy have the right to judge me about anything? You don't know what I've been through,
It's just true.
So.
But some people, you gotta deal with that. Like, if you take, I don't know how to put this one without saying, like, I had a great man in my life, Pastor Morgan. He's long passed away. Reverend Morgan was like a big part of my church, in church, my life. So that man, I wouldn't question him because he did things, out of the goodness of his heart. I have been around some who have changed my whole way of thinking, but it wasn't on faith. It was just on people, I can't say I'm like will ever be a non-believer. So my grandmother, she was on the usher board. I was on the usher board. I was in the choir, junior deacon. I mean,
is that that you'll never change your mind despite the presence of overwhelming evidence?
I mean, and that's the thing.
That's being narrow-minded.
But why change my mind when I don't? I mean, why would I change my mind when I still accept how people are? Now
Why
maybe
a Christian to accept
well, maybe a Christian might say something like, give me well, you're not a real Christian. Yes, I am. I believe what I believe, but I also believe in like that. Everybody's God made us.
Here's a question for you. Your ancestors got put on a boat and done involuntarily, we'll say.
Oh man!
And they came over here. They do a lot of yard work for a couple years. We'll characterize it like that because America. But why do you think anything a 4'7" Jewish Middle Easterner had to say 2,000 years ago? Like, why do you care? What's it got to do with you?
It gives structure, bro. Like to me, they say you gotta, you have to have something to believe in, and whether people believe in, God, people believe, because you have, many religions. You have Mormons, you have, Christians, you have, Catholics. So I mean, my thing is that to some, that don't believe, still, let's just have that same respect that, hey, people should give them that same respect. Hey, because you don't believe what I believe, then you're a worse person. No, it shouldn't be that way at all. And, but it's just like politics. Either you're red or you're blue. No, you can't be in the middle.
I only judge people based on their behavior, their actions. I try not to judge people on whether or not they believe in God, but here's the thing. This is why I wouldn't stink to be a non-believer. You're already a non-believer. You're already an atheist. There are something like 1,700 practicing religions in the world. You don't believe in any of them but one. I'm just one more atheist than you are. There's only one more God.
Yeah, I mean...
You don't believe in Zeus. You don't believe in the Nordic gods, like fucking whoever. You don't believe in Shiva or Ganesh.
No, I believe in respecting people and what they believe in.
All of my points are just logical points, right? So the point is, though, you're already an atheist. You already don't believe in God. Depends on which God you're talking about. You only believe in one out of the 2,000.
Like, do I believe that...
You just gotta get the next one.
I mean, I guess you could say I'm stuck in between signs because somebody did something. Or something did something. Science.
I'm not trying to argue. I want to get
you. No,
like,
that's what this is for.
I know. I'm the audience. We already know.
Yeah, no. Oh no, we do not. This is my boy. Now everybody knows from McGregor, Courtney Rayburn, Johnny Sutton, Michael Wooten, Sean Hildebrand, Archie Wiley. Those are my friends. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? We didn't always agree on everything, but we still friends, and that's where I've grown from being in my town because I saw hate like that in a smaller town. That, man, people are people. If I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you because of the person I met, not because of what you believe in, not because of what side of the street you're on, not because of what side of the politics you're on. I like people. Hell, if you straight got you a KKK white power and you willing to sit and talk to me and you have this conversation and we not, it's not a whole bunch of, then let's get down because, I can't sit here and say, oh no, Christians are there all good because all of them not, but all the people are not all good, I don't know. I don't try to understand, where people come, or how you have, as you say, non-believers, and then you have believers. I just I don't know. I see a person. Now, if we can be cool and we chill, we work every day beside each other and we talk and we laugh, and then on Sundays you go to church and then I don't. Okay. I see you after church. You know.
Well, I mean, we don't have to get into organized religion. I was talking about the capital B belief, right, in God.
Well, I mean, organized religion and believing in God. You don't go to church if you don't believe in God.
But even if you do believe in God, you don't necessarily go to church because you don't believe in that structure of bullshit they're doing, like the Catholics. And if you're a good Catholic, I don't think you should be going to mass every Sunday. They promote things like pedophilia and they also promote all kinds of weird shit in terms of like how to treat women and children and what to do with your money and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, like, there's literally the spiritual, there's the faithful, and then there's just people that don't go to church.
Yeah, I mean, because I do know one thing they said where you can be anywhere and two people talking about God is having church. So that and it's not I don't believe in
anonymous as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about saying my wife, but we having a conversation with my wife. Saying, but I don't praise my wife like that. But still, I feel like people should just. I don't know. I mean, it should be some things that should not be part of your, and I say conversation, but part of your being. Like if you're, I'm talking about God-forsaken Christian, okay, but you talk to this guy every day, you work with this guy every day who doesn't believe in God and doesn't have a reason to have faith. If you stop talking to this person or you push this person to the side because of their beliefs, then I don't know. I can't say that anybody's doing anybody any favors, because Christians are supposed to be the most understanding people.
So we have someone at the door. You're gonna have to hold the port down here on the podcast and get back. Give me like 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, no more. Okay, so
keep explaining to the people why they should keep believing in God, even though we both know they don't.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I do want y'all to know, Bago, Brendan, this is Brendan. He is my boy, and when I moved from my hometown, I ain't gonna say moved from the hometown, but when I moved, out of moved away from Texas, and I didn't, my friends were back home, so I miss my friends. But I also realized how many friends I actually had. Now, most people are associates, and I'm cool with that. We could be associates. Associates are great. But those real friends, those 100% down-home friends, I miss them. And so Brandon is that one. I came to Colorado, and I met Brendan, and Brendan, it reminds me of Courtney, he reminds me of Johnny, he reminds me of Mike, all wrapped up into one. And that's when he said we're gonna do a podcast, I was like, yeah, for sure. Because, I don't know, I kind of was lost. I was lost for a minute, and then, I don't know, I kind of found myself settled down, And so, yeah, he is back. So that's where we're at. Like, my people from my hometown know I love them all. I miss some. I have some that's gone. R.I.P. Benny, R.I.P. Justin. Those were my dudes. And my kids would ask me, like, Mister, I bet you had no, man, McGregor was mixed. It had just as many blacks as it did whites, as it did Hispanic. And yes, we had our times where we fought each other and stuff, but if you mess with that town, you mess with us. I remember they had the whites and the blacks and some of the Spanish, they were fighting all in our town. They were having fights. But then it's a town down the street from us, Moody. Moody started messing with McGregor people, and bro, I was like, boy, we came together. And that's what I miss about a hometown, because you can have those fights. It's like a brother and sister thing. We can fight each other all day long. But if you mess with us as a whole, we gonna kick your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that right there in itself, I think, like, some people growing up, you went to church just because your friends went to church. that's just what you did. And as you got older, yes, you find your way of what you want to do and how you want to do it. Now, with that being said, the problem is when you go back to your towns and then because you don't do, people judge you. That makes me mad.
Well, you got judged when you went back.
So, I'm not gonna say I too much got judged, but I mean, everybody know JR. That's what they call me back home, JR. That's Kathy boy. I had some people who cut for me, some didn't too much care for me, but I'm not here to please everybody, so I don't give a damn. But being there, it raises you to be a certain way, respect people, I mean, still. But I don't know. I guess being from a small town, to me, I feel like those are like good, wholesome people, like apple pie, and then living in the city, you meet a lot of different people. And I don't know, I kind of like thank whatever, God, whoever, that I grew up in a small town like McGregor, because if it wasn't for McGregor, I don't think that I would have the understanding that I have today, because, it's a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag, because yes, they are racist in Texas, like, but our town, you had yours, but it wasn't a big thing.
See, this is where I'm still getting to know Luther because I don't have that racism thing, right? But what I have is the bigotry against a lot of the other ideas I have.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me really hate going back there, seeing those people, talking to those people. I just have that resentment because they were all ignorant people. And you don't have that. You don't have that burden, it seems like, when you think about those things, about those people.
Now, I'm not gonna say I don't have those burdens. I care about who I care about. Some people, I'm not gonna say no. Some people I could care less if you like me or not, because you can eat it. But there are a few, very few people that I care what they think of me and how they think. I used to think it was a lot more, but until my mama passed away, and I figured that I kind of caught that at the funeral that, some of these people, I don't care what you think about me, and the ones that I did care about, they kind of showed true colors too. So I was like, all right, I'm kicking rocks. But my friends, my people, they were there, and that is where I have that. Part of that going home. If I go home, I'm going to see Booty. That's my cousin. I'm going to see Kevin Jones, Ken Jones, Eddie Daniels. Those are the people, Johnny, Courtney, Kevin. Those are the people I'm going to see. Yeah. Everybody else is kind of to the wash. And, well, not everybody else, but the people who I grew up around. I had that odd amount of friends. I had white friends, black friends, Mexican friends. So, I like that, But I also had gay friends who were gay.
Oh, your gay friends are gay?
Yeah, man, we had some that came out later on, which we already knew. I got cousins, that's, but that's saying, I'm like telling, but in my hometown, that's not a big thing. Like, people aren't like, oh my God, they'll go there, they like this. No, it's different. And I guess, okay, don't get me how I say this. I guarantee you, how many, was it like more than 10 black people in your town?
Yes.
Huh?
Like half the town.
Okay.
And we had a lot of Hispanics too.
So see, it different. I'm like, you would think that it would be different, because of the, how many people you had in your town.
What do you mean different?
Because everybody, every color, every race has gay people in it. Every town got, and how.
I don't know. It's not really just the gay thing, I guess. Because I wasn't out, and no one ever called me bad names. I didn't come out until I was 40 years old. So, I guess it's just, I don't know. Here's the thing. When I got old enough, I fucking left. The first place I went to was Columbia, Missouri. It was 200,000 people. 120.
It's still a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. and there's a major university, shopping malls, all the whole thing. And I just found the people there that I met that were my age and that I was coming of age with had ideals more like I do about how to treat people, about what's right and wrong, what's okay, what's not, and what to do with those people that are not thinking like we're thinking.
Yeah.
And one of those things is to not be around them.
And that's my thing. Like, I have a problem because people can have, issues with stuff. You like, I can't be around them. Shit, I'm that one. I'm gonna go in your face and sit right beside you. Hey, this fool over here gay in a mug, right? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna come hug you real hard, if that makes you uncomfortable, I mean, I get it. That's how you feel. But don't put your hate and your ugly on me. That's why, I'm a support regardless. If you are my friend, somebody mess with you, they mess with me. And it's like, do you know this man? Yes. That's my buddy. Well, that makes you no. I've been married for 22 years. Been with my wife for 28.
16. Don't worry, it happens.
You know what I'm saying? And then and it does. It does. You know what I'm saying? I know professors who were like, you got 3 kids and now you're but to each his own. I don't know what to call Luther. Luther is one of those, I just accept people for who they are. I don't care if you're gay, you're straight, got one leg, got a penis on your forehead, if you got penis on your chest. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a dude with titties. I got titties. You know what I'm saying? Mine just fat, but it is what it is. I am who I am. I like everyone. I feel like I guess we're a different breed. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you got Satan's name on your forehead. If that's not how I judge people, that's not how I judge people. I judge people by just character. Because, bad people got good character. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there can be bad people do good things, good people do bad things. I'm just saying, 2 sides to every story, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the whole saying. I just like to be around people who like to be around me. We have a guest in here. I don't know who this person is at all, but if they're happy about being around me, guess what? Then we cool.
This is Eric the DJ / cook /
already. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You a cook too? That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir. But that's the thing. I don't know this guy from Man in the Moon, but I guarantee you come in here, you smile, you talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you too. Who you like, who you know, if you believe in God, don't believe in God. If you're a Republican, you're a Democrat. If you have 3 dick, 2 dick, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I mean, you could, we want to say whispering eyes. No, that is the vagina. Yeah, see, there you go. I got some smarts. All I'm saying is that people know. That's one thing that people in my hometown know, that's just who I am. I was everywhere. I played, so I would go out there and play football with the little kids. I'm so going to do my own thing. I had a kid at 15, so I was doing some grown folk stuff. That's just, I'm wide open. And McGregor is who I am, because the different people I was around, the different people I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And that makes me who I am. That's why I love my hometown, because I wouldn't be me without that.
Yeah. That makes sense, and that's why we differ on this subject. We don't agree on the subject, because my hometown did not make me who I am. My hometown held me back from being
who you were. Exactly. And when you left, look at your name.
I could be myself. Because it wasn't that like they were holding me back from being myself. It was that they didn't have the resources and the sort of support to help me find out who the fuck I was. And they didn't care. I'm back at home. You don't give a fuck. Your individualism about who you are as a person. Yeah. Work, get your money, take care of your family, shut the fuck up.
And see, my hometown, and like that, here he go. I remember when he was doing this and he was doing that. Yes, you're going to go home and they're going to be thinking, always use the past to, judge you. I don't care what you judge me by my past. You ain't got to judge me by my future either, or my present, just, you don't have to recognize that I'm even home. If I go home, I'm going home to see certain people, and then I'm going to ask home. It's sad that your town was like that, and that you feel your town was like that, because, I don't know. I guess I felt, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't truly say I still know who I am. And I'm not going to say it like that to mean that I don't know who I am. It took
Is it just hard to reconcile who you were with who you might be now?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like when I I laid my mom to rest, like I felt different. Which my sister told me that. She said, no, we're going to feel different. We're going to be different. And I agree with that. I didn't feel what I felt, when I went home before. Like, if you ask me now, you go home, you're going to feel the same way? Oh, no. Hell no. Because
you're not going home.
Yeah. It's almost like it's different.
Yeah.
Because I figured out that really me going home, it was my friends and my mama. You know what I'm saying? So, and my friends, they seemed like they were doing really well and they're doing their thing going on. So I said, okay, I'm going back to Colorado and do my thing. I appreciate my people on there now watching. Shout out to McGregor. Love all you people. But Luther now is not JR. JR was that one who I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to, I wanted to be like my sister. My sister was very popular. She was in sports. She was, everybody knew my sister. So everybody was, love you, shout out. But as I got older, I started realizing that I'm not my sister. I'm not this person that, I don't know. I was just me. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't just play basketball, football, and everything. But, I wasn't the normal. And so I took that and went with it. I don't know, the town, like I had a town, I was probably me, Archie. I got a picture of all our friends. We took a picture at a trailer house. It was me and my friend Archie, only two black guys in there, white guys. You know what I'm saying? But they were family. Josh Benj, Justin Bass, those are my friends. Now when I get in the city, I mean these kids now, it's like all the Spanish kids together, all the black kids together, all the white kids together. And if you black and gay, you on this side. If you white and gay, it's still, separate. And I was like, why do y'all do that? They said, what? I said, oh, shit, yeah. Well, you grew up? I said, I grew up in the South. And I still had Spanish friends, white friends, Mexican friends. That's why I talk about my town so much. Man, we wish we can grow up there. No, your town is your town. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be in McGregor. Like now, McGregor probably won't be the same because we got SpaceX. And, SpaceX is there, so it's a lot of new people moving into the town. It's getting bigger.
Gays be running everything soon enough.
I mean,
Gays.
I wouldn't care if you run this, you run anything, and you're doing good and making bread. I don't care if you're gay, straight, got it tied in your back. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something right because you're financially making it. And that's the goal. Nobody can sit there and say they want to be broke.
I hope my dad listens to this episode. He's like, I wish Luther was my son. You would have been a really good son to my father. Like, you guys think a lot of like.
Oh, that's cool.
No. I don't mean it that way. But what I do mean is like, he grew up with that Protestant work ethic that like, what makes a man noble is hard. Take care of family. And what's not good is being lazy, or fucking off and not making money. Money seems to be like the drive, like the building up of economic prowess and being able to take care of people seems to be the number one focus of life in his life. Right. And similar with you. We had that conversation on 2 episodes ago. I was talking about universal basic income, and I was like, y'all got it wrong, man. I just want to sit in my fucking, sorry or whatever I'm wearing that day and drink coffee and get out to the ocean and do that for 5 hours, and then I'll go make some music for another 5 hours, and then I'll go to bed.
And see,
that's what I want.
And that's the life. If financially I could still have I could still do it.
Well, because that's what I'm telling you, it's coming for everybody.
Because look, this
right before we all blow
this
up.
stuff all costs money, Yeah. So you got to work. My grandfather was,
Well, my dad was not ineffective in getting me to believe that for a long time. I mean, I did believe that for a long time. I worked really hard, and that's why I'm here. But like,
I'm gonna say
I got it wrong.
I'm like, cause sir, you make a whole lot of money. I don't want to hear your mouth. You make a whole lot of money. Yes, it might be, but but what happened? He got 2-3 degrees. Yes. So if I had that, If I had 2, 3 degrees, guess what? Yes, I'm gonna make some bread. I'm gonna have this paper. And it's not saying like I'm that type of person though. If I got $3 and I see somebody on the side of the road, or I'm walking down the street and there's somebody like sleeping on the road, I'm gonna give them the majority of it because guess what? I can make that back. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't. I have compassion for people, but I know to help the people how I want to, I have to have money. So when I work my butt off to help mine to, so my kids can have financial stability, yes. But I would also hope that my kids took that financial stability as a blessing and you go and help others. Say I won a lottery today. For one, I'm not calling anybody I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I love y'all, but no, I'm not calling anybody I know. Now,
let's go hide that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Are you broke? I'm broke as hell. But I'm also going to be that one.
We're back recording. Okay, go ahead.
All right, now, so we're back. I needed to clear the air. There is one of my students that came on the other day, and Mom, if you're listening, because undoubtedly she did, because she was not happy. Um, Francisco is a great kid. It did shock me too, hearing him rap and say these cussing words and crazy stuff. But he is a really respectful kid. You raised a great boy. He wants to do good things for the community and the kids. And yes, I allowed him to say those words, but I know he's better than that. That's not who he is. So, Mom, sorry, shout out. Your son is a great kid. Did not mean to make the parent mad, you know what I'm saying? Because we love the parents. Parents love me, I love them, and I respect them. And he is a great rapper, though. He will be good he will be a good rapper one day. So sorry about all of that. I had to put that out there because I don't want any of my ex-students' parents to think that I would just let them go wild and go crazy. But no, meeting Brandon, listening, talking to him has made me open my eyes to a lot of things. Like I'm not gonna say that you don't, because a lot of things you say, they do make me think. Like, damn, okay, that makes sense. Uh, but I don't think I'll ever lose that old Southern country boy type, belief. That.
And the funny thing is, everyone I grew up with is basically like you.
For real?
Yeah. They're all country boys. There's that, and there's a couple other guys that are more like me that are really nerdy and shit. They didn't do what I did. I got wild.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's all country boys around.
I
You're like Luke Cargadol, if you're paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luther and Luke would get along quite well. He's what I imagine Courtney's like.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Courtney is my dude. That's my dude.
Courtney, if you're here, I hear stories about you every day. So
I'm telling you, I love the people who are around me. How they said, family is who you, I guess who you make. Family's not just blood. That's who you make. Well, my family, they are like, oh man, I got white, black, Hispanic, green, blue, purple. Some, I know some that I don't know what they are, but and still shout out to you, bro. I don't even know if you are native or Spanish, whatever. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like people are unique in their own way, and that's what makes people because like everybody's not the same. And I like different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I do like different. I like different.
I don't think you like different the same way I do.
What you? Oh, okay. So yeah, shut up. That's why I cut for this. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, that's cold. You know, no, I mean for real. Like I think that. I mean, you gotta understand, bro. This cast is supposed to be this way. You know,
we're doing it on the cheap right now. You know?
we do it on the cheap. You know, talking about we are Temu up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Shout out! I need to get that sponsorship.
All this, yeah, no, Timo, hit us up. Our entire studio is decked out with your products, including our mixer, our mics, and our headphones.
Yeah, do some things for us.
Yeah, this mixer.
I'm telling you, man, some of the stuff that come out of here is cool. Temu hit me. I know, but you know, I don't know. This was the best outlet ever for me, and to me, Brendan, and we were talking about a podcast one day, and I was like, bro, and he said, yeah, we need to do one. I said, yeah, we do. And he said, yeah, I definitely want you on there because you talk a lot. He said, you can really, yes, I do talk a lot. And, but I think I have a lot to say.
Yeah, and get that black guy bass in your voice to just like make me feel okay.
Yeah, I keep you safe and I keep you warm.
Exactly. It's a radio voice for sure.
No, man, you know, I don't know, I like people. I like life. And once again, I'm going to say it until I'm dead in the face. And like, after my mom passed away, I had a realization that I'm not going to be what people wanted me, who people want me to be. I'm going to be Luther. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not out. I didn't search for anything. I'm me. I don't have to search for anything. I didn't bought houses, sold houses, had businesses, closed businesses. I'm good. So therefore, I made sure when I came home, I'm gonna do everything in my power to be me, because that's what my mama wanted me to do. And so this was one of those things that I love to talk. I love people to listen to me talk. And now I found a person who can give me that outlet. Yeah, we are going to talk. I'm waiting to get everything done so we can have a chance for people to call in. I can yell at people on the phone. People can yell at me, because Brandon gonna laugh. If you don't agree with him, okay, don't. I agree with him, but I agree to not agree, but that's my dude. So if we say something on this show that you don't agree with, bro, just don't agree. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Go look at another podcast. Leave us alone.
Huh?
So go watch another podcast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there are so freaking many. Because this is what makes good talk, I guess. This is like that good tech talk. Everybody ain't going to agree on everything, but I want to hear what everybody got to say. We were talking about the N-word. We didn't talk about, mayo monkeys and all kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't mind. I don't get uncomfortable about stuff like that. We talked about gay. We talked about straight. We talked about religion.
We do it every podcast.
We do every podcast, bro. Yeah, we might even try to get some good rock in there. I'm cool with that too. We can get down. But that's what I want this cast to be. I want it to be something that is wholesome. Not wholesome, I guess, just it's genuine. Like, it's who you are. It's who we are. I might not agree on everything he do, but I agree about a lot of stuff he say. He just don't think I do because he's like, you're all American. Yeah, no, man, I'm Luther. If you like feet, I like feet. If you like, I guess ear sex, I like ear. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you cool with, I'm cool with it. Because if it ain't involving me, I'm straight. Now, if you try to put your in my ear, then we're gonna have a problem.